because I'm the mother.
Holy mother of all the mothers in the
Yeah.
whole motherland. What up, YouTube fam? It's April G. Showers back at y'all with a reaction. We got Lupe Fiasco, Prisoner 1 and 2, featuring Ayesha Jaco. The lyrics video, obviously. Now, this biatch is 8 minutes and 36 seconds long. So, get your popcorn, your chips, your drinks, whatever the hell you want to get, and sit back and relax and enjoy this Lupe fucking ride that's gonna probably destroy my brain. Oh Lord, this was requested by the homie Kyle Klutz. Appreciate you, Kyle. As always, I will provide the link in the description box, so be sure to click on that link. Go watch, like, comment, share, subscribe, all the wonderful stuff after my reaction. Alright, y'all. April G. Score. Fist bump. Love y'all. Let's get it. Oh Lord, be with me.
Paid collect call from an inmate at
Correctional Center.
It says prisoner 1 starts here.
paid collect call from an inmate at
Correctional Center.
This call is subject to recording and monitoring. To accept charges, press 1. To refuse charges, press 2. If you would like to permanently block your number from receiving calls from this facility, press 6. For balance and rate quotes, press 7. Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
When you're king of African music, you are the king. Because music is the king of all professions. King of all.
I can agree with that. Fela Kuti, when you're king of African music, you're the king. Because music is the king of all professions.
African music, you are the king. Because music is the king of all professions. King of all professions. No music.
Best laid plan, make a mess made. Damn nation, let's play handstand spades. That's without a boycott and a sit out. Afro black pick in with a fist out. From the welcome home to the kick out. Reaching to a rabbit, pull a trick out. Preaching to a faggot with his dick out. Hard times call for time.
Well, alrighty then. That's one hell of a way to start a song. Best laid plan, make a mess made. Damnation, let's play hands and spades. That's without a boycott and a sit out. Afro black pick in with a fist out. From the welcome home to the kick out, reach into a rabbit, pull a trick out. Bruh. You know how magicians will reach into a hat, pull a rabbit out? He said reach into a rabbit, pull a trick out. You get that, bruh. Preacher preaching to a F word with his D out. Hard times call for armed time. Sick eyes from the nose pressure. Okie dokie.
The faggot with his dick out. Hard times call for time. Sick eyes from the nose pressure. Police slip zip ties on the protesters. 6 wives in the fry of a molester. Medic caviar bar out in Odessa. Dirty needles breaking all the old records. 100 hoes, 1 shovel, and some old treasure. OZ use beef as a gold tester. Finger rolls, finger waves, closet full of old.
Police snip zip ties on the protesters. 6 wives in the fry of a molester. Met him at a caviar bar out in Odessa. Dirty needles breaking all the old records. Bruh. A record player has a needle on it. That's how it plays the music. But then dirty needles as in drugs. Then 100 hoes one shovel, and some old treasure. Hoes, like a garden tool hoe, but hose as in a hoe. Old Zeke used teeth as a gold tester. Finger rolls, finger waves, closet full of old leathers. Okay.
Double and some old treasure. Old Zeke used teeth as a gold tester. Finger rolls, finger waves, closet full of old leathers. Old sweaters, old boots, that's a whole suit for some cold weather. New cell, 2 L's and some old letters. Now he doing double life, why she lead a double life? Man, he need another wife. New approach might help a nigga bowl better. New hoes might help a nigga hold together. Or will a new lane lead him to the same pen? And the hunger strike bring him to...
He's talking about a dude that's in prison. Obviously, prisoner 1 and 2. This is prisoner 1. So old sweaters, old boots. That's a whole suit for some cold weather. New cell, 2 L's, and some old letters. Now he doing double life in prison, while she lead a double life. So his wife's on the outside while he's on the inside in the pen. She's on the outside leading a double life, cheating on him. Man, he need another wife. New approach might help him bowl better. New hoes might help him hold together. Or will the new lane lead him to the same pen, and the hunger strike in him to the same 10. The whole bowling scheme, first of all, might help bowl better, bruh. Then he said, or will the new lane, like a bowling lane, lead them to the same pen, prison, and the hunger strike in them to the same 10. Bruh, bowling pins, but pen prison, and the hunger strike. A lot of prisoners in prison go on hunger strikes and refuse to eat, but then a strike in bowling in them to the same 10. 10 bowling pins, a strike, you get 10 fucking points or whatever, but then to the same 10, like to the same place, to the hole in the pen.
To the same 10. Love ends, looking over various errors. And hate ends, habitually accelerating terror. And when under the mirror, I just wanna be collected. When I call, goddamn, I don't wanna be accepted, not at all as I am. Visitor, visitor, prisoner, prisoner.
Woo! Love is looking over various errors, and hate is habitually accelerating terror. Everywhere but the mural, his song mural. I just want to be collected when I call. Gee damn. I don't want to be accepted, not as all as I am. You make collect calls from prison. Bruh. Visitor, visitor, prisoner, prisoner, land. Come on, bruh. This is gonna be I'm only a minute 42 in. This is gonna be another genius fucking masterpiece from Lupe. I can already tell.
Oh goddamn, I don't wanna be accepted, not at all as I am. Visitor, visitor, prisoner, prisoner. Getting slim from the process, no food. Force fed him like Hobbit with a nose tube. Vision second, so the yogi with the gold shoes. With the rollie going bowling for the old school. Yeah, I need more for the Michaels, that's a loss for the class and a score for the rifles. 3 hots and a cot and some cops. I'm trying to find dinosaurs in the Bible. Sorry, hots and a cot and some cops.
Getting slammed from the protests, no food. Force fed him like OB with a nose tube. Visions say consult the yogi with the gold shoes, with the rollie going bowling for the old school. I need more for the Michaels. That's a loss for the class and a score for the rifles. 3 hots and a cot and some cops trying to find dinosaurs in the Bible. 3 hots and a cot, that's 3 meals and a bed, if that's what you want to call it. That's what you have in prison. 3 meals, if you want to call them that. I used to work in a prison. It was terrible. I couldn't do it for long. I was part-time nurse, part-time CO, corrections officer, and I felt so sorry for most of the people in there. Not all. Some of them definitely deserved to be in there, but most of them didn't. And, bruh, the 3 hots in a cot, like I know exactly what that means. He said, and some cops trying to find dinosaurs in the Bible. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. The police is trying to find dinosaurs, monsters in the Bible, in something good. Trying to make monsters out of good people.
The Michaels, that's a loss for the class and a score for the rifles. 3 hots and a cot and some cops. And trying to find dinosaurs in the Bible. It's all quiet in the jailhouse. Then they ride and they find the empty cells out. They's looking for the smarts. They's looking for the smarts. I'm just looking at their feet cause I'm looking for the law. Looking in the library, looking at the law. 10 years deep, now I'm looking at the bar. Getting sovereignty cause I'm looking with the law.
Shit. It's all quiet in the jailhouse. Then they ride in to find the empty cells out. They was looking for the swords. They was looking for the swords. I'm just looking at their feet because I'm looking for the Lord. The COs, correction officers, will go in and the inmates have to go out their cells and stand beside the door while they search their cells for shanks, swords. They was looking for the swords. They was looking for the swords, shanks. But they also look for any type of paraphernalia, drugs, weapons, anything that could be used as a weapon, handmade tattoo guns, things of that nature. And he said, I'm just looking at their feet because I'm looking for the Lord. Looking in the library, looking at the law. 10 years deep, now I'm looking at the bar. He's been in jail so long, and he's been reading about the law and studying the law, that now he's looking at the bar exam for a lawyer. Claim sovereignty because I'm bunking with the Moors. Bruh.
They degenerate. They ain't looking at the game, they just looking at the scars. What they putting on my books, cause I'm looking at the star. Trade a shank for some crank, now I'm looking at a wall. BGF got the yard, AB got the kitchen, snitches on PC. Eminem on the mission, but CO's got the prison. God got us out, God said it's free. God is the key, but the God's got.
Woo! They degenerate. They ain't looking at the game, they just looking at the scores. They be putting on my books, cause I'm looking at the stars. Trade a shank for some crank, now I'm looking at a war. BGF got the yard, AB got the kitchen, snitches on PC, Eminem on a mission, but CO's got the prison. God got us all. God set us free. God is the key, but the guards got the doors. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh.
CO's got the prison, God got us all. God said it's free. God is the key, but the God's got the love is looking over various errors. And hate is eventually accelerating terror. With the mirror, I just wanna be collected. When I call, goddamn, I don't wanna be accepted, not at all as I am. Visitor, prisoner. Watching on the glass, scared some killer might fuck him in the ass. Staff getting rigid, wasn't gonna take away the visits. Segregate niggas by themselves and make them stay with it. Wicked, swung the shank around on the mop string. They had to pull him out of cell with a SWAT team. That's a cop team. They sent helicopters to stop the helicoptering.
He's just talking about how crooked fucking prisons are, bruh. punching on the glass, scared that some killer might fuck him in the ass. Because that happens all the fucking time in prison. It does, sad but true. Staff getting rigid wasn't gonna take away the visits. Segregate inwards by theyself and make 'em stay with it. Wicked swung the shank around on a mop string. They had to pull him out the cell with a SWAT team, because they call SWAT to come in to a prison when there's certain shit that happens. That's a cop team. The SWAT is a team full of cops. They sent helicopters to stop the helicoptering. Come on, bruh.
Minute thought they hear fly away, like a kite take flight, like a letter on a string, like propellers on the wing. But they tight with the key. They made electric chairs for us dying days. Last meals, no appeals for them to try and stay. Death row like Suge in a late pot. Maybe he could dig a tunnel while the A block and wear gloves for the razor wire.
Man, he thought that he'd fly away, like a kite take flight, like a letter on a string, like propellers on a wing. But the kite was the key, bruh. You put in kites in prison. Bruh. They made electric chairs for his dying days. Last meals, no appeals for him to try and stay. On death row like Suge and the late Pac. Dude's on death row. And he couldn't file any appeals to try and stay on death row rather than be executed. But he said on death row like Suge Knight, and the late Pac, Tupac, R.I.P. And he's referring obviously to Death Row Records. It's a double entendre. Maybe he could dig a tunnel out of A block and wear gloves for the razor wired gate top. Because, you know, prisons have the big gates, and at the top, the round, fucking sharp as fuck barbed wire shit. He was talking about trying to escape. Think about escaping, because he don't want to fucking die, because he's on death row.
Gate top, scared thugs going crazy in a cage box. Looking at the world through the TV, a day room, rapping over beats from the tabletops. That's how it is in a police state. When your life is just a number and release date. When you're rehabilitated so correctly, and let's hope that's how they live it when you're set.
I'm about to get emotional, man. Scared thugs going crazy in a caged box, looking at the world through the TV. And they gone, rapping over beats from the tabletops. That's so true. Inmates will make beats with their hands and other things, and other inmates will rap as they make beats on tabletops. Hey, that's how it is in a police state. That's what prison is, a police state. When your life is just a number and release date. Because you ain't nothing but a fucking number in prison. That's all you are. A number. And then your release date. When you're rehabilitated so correctly, and let's hope that's how you're living when you're set free.
Friends, looking over various errors. And hate is eventually accelerating terror. And when the mirror, I just wanna be collected. When I call, goddamn, I don't wanna be accepted, not at all as I am. Visitor, prisoner, land.
To accept charges, press 1. To
Visitor, prisoner, land.
Prisoner 1 ends and prisoner 2 begins here. So now that was prisoner 1, his life on the inside of prison. Now we're going to hear prisoner 2's life, I'm assuming, on the inside of prison.
accept accept charges, press 1. To refuse charges, press 2. If you would like to...
Notice both starts with the collect calls. To accept charges, press 1. To refuse charges, press 2.
Permanently block your number from receiving calls from this facility, press 6. For balance and rate quotes, press 7. Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Damn. This is Ayesha Jaco's voice, the orange wings of the new Jim Crow. We all know who that is. Are dyed Klansman sheets and court papers, bruh. Bruh. The orange jumpsuits they have to wear in fucking prison, he's saying ain't nothing but dyed triple K sheets. The triple K wears the white sheets. He's saying the orange jumpsuits they wear in prison ain't nothing but dyed triple K getup and court papers. Dreadlocks nooses hang from his neck as the new Jim Crow corporations feed him seeds, prison, yet unborn. He'll be captured by Maya in a ruby-encrusted cage. I see the light at the end of the tunnel and answers that I leave in empty pages to be written. Where is your pen? The new Jim Crow. Wow. Now I'm starting to get mad, bro. This shit pisses. It brings me back to when I worked in that prison, and it was so awful. I seen some very fucked up shit. I seen a lot of crookedness. Now there were some good nurses and some good COs, but the vast majority were not. Again, most of the people that were in there shouldn't have been in there. It was bullshit. Now, some of the people in there obviously did deserve to be in there, yes. I was attacked by an inmate when I was nursing one night. Like I said, I worked part-time as a nurse, part-time as a CO, because they didn't have a full-time nursing position, and I needed the money. And being a nurse in a prison is like no other nursing job you will ever have in your life. And I hated it. I hated it because I'm the type of nurse. I was a nurse for over 2 decades of my life. And I'm the type of nurse, I'm very caring and compassionate and sugar baby, honey, sweetie, what can I do for you? How can I help you? That kind of nurse, you know. And you can't be like that in a prison, and they train you not to be like that. And I saw nurses literally cuss inmates out. And I remember the first time I ever saw a nurse cuss an inmate out, my jaw dropped. Because in all my years of nursing, I was just like you're taught as a nurse in nursing school to always remain professional. In any other fucking nursing position other than in a jail, whether it's a county jail or a prison, in any other nursing job in the fucking world other than a jail or a prison, if you cuss a patient out, that's considered fucking abuse, and you can lose your nursing license. Like, bruh, it was fucked up. And then the straw that broke the camel's back for me wasn't me being attacked. I mean, even in other nursing jobs besides the prison, I had been spit at, kicked, punched, hit, threw up on. People have thrown shit at me, piss at me, you name it. And when I got attacked, I was working as a nurse. Well, I was working as a CO one day. It was on a Labor Day weekend. I'll never fucking forget it. It was on a Labor Day weekend on a Friday. And I was in the chow hall for lunch. I was working day shift that day. And we're just supposed to stand there and you're supposed to look tough and act tough and be tough, and you're not supposed to show compassion or caring or kindness or any kind of shit like that, because we're trained that inmates see that as a weakness and they will take advantage of you and try to manipulate you and things of that nature. And it was oddly quiet in the chow hall. Chow hall is just the cafeteria. It's just called chow hall. And it was me and one other guard, one other CO in there watching the inmates eat, just watching over them, make sure nothing crazy happened. And it got oddly quiet, and next thing I know, there was like a scuffle, like somebody stood up. I saw an inmate, stand up from the lunch table out of my peripheral vision. He stood up, and it happened so fucking fast. I mean, there was nothing I could do. Like, I ran over there as fast as I fucking could, but it was too late. And he stood up, walked over to the next table, and he had carved a shank, made a shank out of a toothbrush. And he stabbed another inmate to death. And I saw it, and I ran over there to try to help. Me and the other guard had to pull dude off of the other dude, get the shank from him, all that shit. Again, it's just me and one other guard in there with like 224 inmates. Okay? And when something like that happens in a prison, they have to do an investigation, right? So, since obviously I was on duty and I was there when it happened, they called in. They obviously did an internal investigation, like the prison itself did their own investigation. But then they also had to call the TBI, which is the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, to do an investigation, and the FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation, to do an investigation. And I couldn't leave. They would not let me leave the whole fucking time while they were there doing this investigation, and I had to stay in that bitch for damn near 3 days. I didn't get to leave. I went in to work at like 6:30 a.m. on Friday on a Labor Day weekend, and I didn't get to go home until like fucking 11, 12 o'clock at night, Sunday night. I was just stuck there. Like, they would not let me leave. Or the other guards that were there when it happened. Not just me and the other one that was in the chow hall, but all the other fucking guards that were there. And after that, bruh, I was like, man, and I started praying, and I had put in applications at other places, you know, and I know this sounds crazy, but y'all, I promise on everything, on everything. Monday, Labor Day, I got a phone call from one of the places I had put an application in, because nursing facilities, most nursing facilities, like nursing homes, hospitals, things of that nature, are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So I got a phone call on Labor Day from a nursing home that I had put my application in a couple months prior, offering me a position to be the charge nurse and work 12-hour shifts, which is what I normally work. Now in the prison I worked 8-hour shifts, but in most places, hospitals and nursing homes, it was always 12 hours usually. And I got offered a position to work 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and be off every Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And I said yes. And I didn't put a 2-week notice in or shit. I called the prison right after I hung up the phone and said, I quit. I'm sorry. I'm done. Got another job. Thank y'all. Peace out. And never look back. And the pay, even for the nurses, the pay is shit in prison too. It's just shit all the way around. All the way around. For the inmates, for the staff, for everybody. It's just shit. And it's a whole nother world. Once you enter that prison, you're in a whole nother world. It's nothing like the real world. Like, it's a whole nother world with a whole nother language. You have to behave and act a whole nother way. Like, it's just, bruh, a hell of an experience.
They sell they sounds, they sell they sales. They ain't 12, they out. Niggas all is hell, all is jail, all is sale. So much soul, ain't no more soul on the shelves. You prisoner too, you living here too. You just like us, till your shit get through. You can work like us, you know shit get.
They sell their souls, they sell themselves. They ain't 12, they old. Old as hell, old as jail, old as cells. Sold so much salt, ain't no more salt on the shelves. You a prisoner too, you living here too. You just like us, till your shift get through. Facts. You could look like us. You know shit get through. Come on, bruh. What was I just talking about? That's crazy. Facts.
You should be in cuffs like us. You should get straight too. You should get like life. You should get like woo. You should get that twice. You should get refused. Be your parole, that's no parole and no control over your own soul. So control your own remote control that you phone.
Bruh, you should be in cuffs like us. You should get strike too. You should get like life. You should get like woo. You should get that twice. You should get refused, the open road. That's no parole and no control over your own soul. So control your own remote control that your folks can hold. Come on, bruh. Come on.
And no control over your own soul. So control your own remote control that your folks can hold. You better watch these niggas. Oh God. If it's up to me, I'll never unlock these niggas. Wouldn't rehabilitate, man, I would just box these niggas in the
better watch 'em. And then he said, on guard. If it was up to me, I would never unlock 'em. Wouldn't rehabilitate, man. I would just box these and throw away the key. I throw away the key like the Coast Guard watching me. I throw away the keys, I throw away the keys, I throw away the keys.
Hey, keys, better watch these niggas. On God, if it's up to me, I'ma never unlock these niggas. One rehabilitate, I'ma just box these niggas and throw away the keys. I throw away the keys like the Coast Guard watching me. I throw away the keys, I throw away the keys, I throw away the keys. Better watch these niggas. On God, fifth year with the DOC. You can see what the COC. Robocop out here, COP. 3 hots in the COT. Lived in a small town his whole life. Never left like sounding like the whole right. Either working at the prison.
Ooh, 5th year with the DOC, Department of Corrections. You can see what COC. CO, that's what I was, a corrections officer. Robocop opt his COP, 3 hots and a COT, like he said in the other prisoner one, 3 hots and a cot, 3 meals and a bed, if you want to call it that. It's not, the meals are shit, the beds are shit. Lived in a small town his whole life, never left, sounding like the hole, right? The hole, we all know what the hole is in a prison, in a jail, surely. Solitary confinement's what it is. Either working at the prison or it's no lights. Bruh. And in prison you say lights out when it's bedtime. But he's talking about this person has to work at the prison or he can't pay his fucking light bill. He's lived in a small town his whole life, never left, sounding like the hole, right? It's either work at the prison or it's no lights, no electricity. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh.
Or it's no lights. In the system working with the pole lights. In the prison stripping niggas phone rights. Got a malice. On the other side of the bars, watch your niggas get smart, watch your niggas get strong, watch your niggas get home. He jealous. But deep down, he.
Now see, the first one was from the prisoner's perspective. Now he's speaking from a CO's perspective. This is like a fucking genius, fucking masterpiece. In the system, working with the, he said, police. In the prison, stripping phone rights. Got a malice on the other side of the bars. Because he's on the other side of the bars, working outside of the bars. The other prisoner one was on the inside of the bars. Watching get smart, watching get strong, because a lot of inmates read a lot, go back to school, get their GEDs, get their college degrees, things of that nature. They work out a lot. And then he says, watching get home, he jealous. JAIL space US. So he watches them be set free and go home and jails them, puts them in jail. He said, but deep down he jealous. Wordplay with jealous. JEALOUS. Dude, the CO is jealous of these inmates. Come on, bro.
Jealous. With each sweep down, he tell us. With each beat down, he help us. Wrong one gon' knock his ass out though. That's why he gotta lock all the niggas out for. One of them told the boy better calm down. Step back from the brick and put the bomb down. But how the whole world in your palm sound? That's why he treat niggas like shit. Writing raps to the taps, keep the face nut on them these niggas.
With each sweep down, he tell us. With each beat down, he help us. Wrong one gon' knock his ass out though. It's why he gotta lock all the out for. Warden told the boy he better calm down. Step back from the brink and put the bomb down. But how the whole world in your palm sound? It's why they treat like shit, writing raps to the taps. Keep the face mask on them. These might split prison riots. You've heard of inmates rising up against the guards and stuff? Bruh. For the guards mistreating them.
Better watch these niggas. Oh God. If it's up to me, I'll never unlock these niggas. Wouldn't rehabilitate, man, I would just box these niggas in.
See, this is coming from the perspective of this CO's mindset. You better watch them. If it was up to me, I would never unlock them. Wouldn't rehabilitate them. I would just box them and throw away the key. I throw away the key like the Coast Guard watching me.
Throw away the key, I throw away the key like the Coast Guard watching me. I throw away the keys, I throw away the keys, I throw away the keys. Better watch these niggas. Oh God. If it's up to me, I would never unlock these niggas. Wouldn't rehabilitate, I would just box these niggas and throw away the keys. I throw away the keys like the Coast Guard watching me. I throw away the keys, I throw away the keys, I throw away the keys. Better watch these niggas. On God.
Holy fuck, bruh. That was amazing, genius, masterpiece, heartbreaking, because it's true, and I can say it's true because I was a CO. But I couldn't be a CO like that, this CO in this. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, man. I have too big of a heart, too much compassion, want to help people, and the way that they train us, you're fucking not allowed to show compassion or kindness or anything. You're not a fucking allowed to. Like, they'll fucking, bruh, it's fucking crazy how true this is from both sides. Now, I've never been an inmate in a prison, so I can't speak from that perspective. I can only speak from being a CO and seeing the inmates and interacting with the inmates, and it's all true, and it's sad. It's so sad, and it's like, you know, if you don't have money, most of the people in there are in there over minor offenses. They just don't have the fucking money to afford a fucking good lawyer to be able to get them out. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, some of them in there fucking definitely deserve to be in there. The PEDOs, they're called chomos in prison. That's what they call them. Chomos. They deserve to be in there. Murderers, people who R-word other people, things of that nature. You know, they deserve to be in there. But to be locked up in prison for fucking 15 fucking years, 20 years over weed, that's ridiculous. Like, a lot of the inmates get locked up over something as simple. I'm not condoning drug use by any means, or drug dealing by any means, but come on, bruh. How is it that someone with a drug charge gets more time than someone who R-worded people? That don't make no fucking sense. And so a young man, let's say 18, 19, gets caught with some weed, don't have the money for a lawyer. The public defenders are fucking shit, most of them, and their whole life is taken from them from the age of 18, 19, 20, and then they don't fucking get out till they're 30, 35, 40, sometimes older than that. And then someone who R-words people is out in fucking 6 or 7 years? The fuck? Bruh, I could talk about this shit forever. It's crooked as fuck. It ain't right. And I would never, ever, 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 ever work in one again. Not a county jail, not a fucking city jail, not a prison, not a shit. The only reason I even worked there is because when I went to rehab in 2011, now I went to rehab on my own. I didn't get caught with nothing or get in trouble or wasn't court ordered to go to rehab or anything like that. But when you are a professional and you have a degree and you go to rehab, you have to self-report to the board of nursing. So that's what I did. So when you do that and you didn't get in trouble of any kind and you went to rehab on your own volition because you wanted help, they put you in this program. And here in Tennessee, it's called TNPAP, Tennessee Professional Assistance Program. That's what it's called. And it fucking sucks. I'm just telling you. And they had put me in it for 3 years. And it's just like your own fucking supervised probation. That's exactly what the fuck it's like. And you have to call this 1-800 number every single day, 7 days a week, 365 days a fucking year. Christmas, it don't matter. And you have to call this number between 7 a.m. and noon. If you call it 12:02, you're fucked. You could lose your whole nursing license. It's crazy. It costs hella money, of course. It's all about money. But you call this number, put in your social security number, and then it'll say, you have been selected to take a drug screen today. And so, or it'll say, you have not been selected. You never know what it's going to say. Either you have or you haven't. And then you have a certain facility that you have on your paperwork that you have to go to take drug screens. And you don't know if it's going to be a piss test, a blood test, or a hair test. And you have to pay out of pocket for the drug tests. You could take up to 3 a month. You could take 1 a month. You never know. A hair test out of pocket at that time in 2011 through the 2.5 years I was in that program, because they let me out 6 months early for good behavior, and because I passed all of my drug tests and did everything I was supposed to do, they let me out 6 months early of the program. A hair test back then cost $400 fucking dollars, and you had to pay for that drug test that day, the day that they said you have been selected for a drug screen. And if you didn't have the money, then they would put you down as you failed it. You failed the drug test, even if you're clean as a fucking whistle. And you could lose your nursing license. It's just crazy. They got you by the balls. I mean, seriously. Even though I went on my own, I wanted the help. I wanted to get clean on my own. I self-reported. I didn't get in trouble. I wasn't court ordered or anything. It's crazy. And it costs money out the ass. And you have to do online groups every fucking day. It fucking sucked. But I did it. I made it through it. But while I was part of that program and I was filling out applications to get a job, and you have to tell the people you're putting in applications for, the boss, that you're in that program, because every 3 months they have to do what's called a quarterly report on you, and send it to your state board of nursing and let the state board of nursing know how you're doing at your job. So when most places, when you tell them you're in that program, they don't want to hire you because people are judgmental. They don't trust you. They just think you're just a fucking junkie, no good loser, fucking. Even though I didn't do nothing, like I said, I went on my own, and the only place that would hire me was the fucking prison. And they didn't have a full-time nursing position, so like I said, I had to work part-time as a nurse, part-time as a CO. And now I am grateful for the experience because it taught me a lot, but I would never fucking do it again. Fuck, I can't treat people like that. I just can't. Not as a nurse, not as a CO, not as a human being. I just can't fucking do it. But anyway, sorry. It's just crazy and it's fucked up, and I wish it would change, but I don't fucking see it happening. I don't see it changing, just being real. Because it's all about money. Money, 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 money. Hell, weed is still illegal where I live. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. But this song was brilliant. I love it how he told it from the perspective of an inmate and the perspective of a CO. I think that was genius, completely brilliant, and I fucking love this song. Fucking love this song. But y'all comment below y'all thoughts. Let me know what y'all think about the song. Educate me on anything y'all think I need educated on. Let me know what y'all thought of my reaction. I know it's a long reaction, but it's a 8.5 minute song, and it's a lot in there to break down and talk about, especially if you've got experience on either side or both sides, So yeah, be real, be respectful, please, but be real. Again, thank you, Kyle Klutz, for requesting this so much. I appreciate it. The link is in the description box if you want to go check it out. Please like this video on your way out. A lot more important than you think. And please subscribe to my channel, y'all. Alright, y'all. April G. Squad. Fist bump. Love y'all. And I will see y'all in just a little bit. Peace out.